Melissa and Aaron here for TruthStream Media.
Hey everybody.
Hey, so I was going through the news the other day, just looking around for things having to do with this immigration crisis on our southern border, and I just randomly came across this, and I'm pretty freaking horrified. Birth control microchip could hit market, I think it's supposed to say market, by 2018. A new birth control microchip may be ready to hit the U.S. marketplace as early as 2018. According to Microchips, an IT startup founded by researchers at MIT, the chip holds tiny reservoirs of contraceptive drugs and releases an appropriate amount of the drug every day for 16 years. And the company received financial backing, of course, from Bill Gates in 2012 and has since put these resources into delivering this. So they're putting a birth control implanted microchip, which can be controlled, by the way, with a wireless remote device.
So it's a wireless controlled hormone microchip. A microchip already being redundant for control. So it's birth control, human control, hormone controlling microchip. That's horrifying.
It's so horrifying. I'm so creeped out. And I've already written about this before. Back when we first started TruthStream Media, I wrote about this. Billionaires and population control. Why? Because Bill Gates has put a lot of money, tens of thousands, if not millions of dollars, into research on birth control. And I'm not just talking about the cutesy recent research that we've all heard about in the news about how he's trying to make new, more pleasurable condoms. I'm talking about creepy stuff straight away. Things like high-frequency ultrasonic waves being aimed at a man's testicles to kill his sperm, nanoparticles that attract and fool sperm, microparticle donuts that immobilize sperm. He's even got people paying for varicose vein treatment foam that's placed into a woman's fallopian tubes permanently. Oh, and he's also got an oral bait here that sterilizes rats. It's a live bacterial-based contraceptive vaccine that delivers testis and sperm-specific antigens to sterilize rodent populations.
That technology works on all mammals, including humans. They did early tests on rabbits, horses, and humans, and the same basic forms of this technology worked on all of them. But that word they use, biocontrol, that seems very to the point, very honest of what their real intentions are or could be with this kind of technology. They've dissected the way the life cycle works and found ways to target each and every step of the reproductive cycle and control it and turn it on and off. Incredible powers over life.
Well, and I think part of the point of what really creeps me out specifically about Bill Gates and his obsession with population control is the fact that he's also obsessed with these vaccines, and he's the same guy who's also funded things like the flying syringe, where he gave a Japanese company a whole bunch of money to look into genetically modified mosquitoes that would deliver vaccinations. Now, quite obviously, not everyone in a population who's going to be exposed to geoengineered mosquitoes who are dosing out vaccines is going to be giving their consent. So he's putting money into funding something where not everyone can consent to the type of treatment that he's trying to bring about.
Now, malaria is, of course, transmitted by mosquitoes. I brought some here so you could experience this. We'll let those roam around the auditorium a little bit. There's no reason only poor people should have the experience. Those mosquitoes are not infected.
And so if you think about it in that context, and then you think about birth control microchips that he's funding.
Yeah, the covert deployment potential is very unsettling. And there's been serious accusations that the Rockefeller Foundation, for instance, has used covert deployment of vaccines with anti-fertility drugs in them that block the human growth hormone. And so a lot of people think this could be going on covertly. But regardless, it's a milestone in upping the toolbox for the control of entire populations and implementing a totally in control international government. John Holdren and Paul Ehrlich, two of the biggest scaremongers on population, wrote in their 1977 Ecoscience textbook about the possibilities for involuntary fertility control. The development of a long-term sterilizing capsule that could be implanted under the skin and removed when pregnancy is desired opens additional possibilities for coercive fertility control. The capsule could be implanted at puberty and might be removable with official permission for a limited number of births. I emphasize the capsule might be removable with official permission for a limited number of births. They're talking about a government entity allowing you to have children. They're talking about that level of control and this being a justified legal standard. And they already tried it back in the 70s and 80s with the Norplant. There's a lot of problems with that. This is a new generation with more sophisticated technology. The very thing that the Gates Foundation is launching has this exact potential. They go on to argue how coercive population control would be sustainable under the existing U.S. Constitution. Compulsory population control laws, even including laws requiring compulsory abortion, could be sustained under the existing Constitution if the population crisis were sufficiently severe to endanger the society. That's an arbitrary legal determination that would give them carte blanche to control life cycles of the entire population. Would they even ask permission? Who knows? Who knows if this will be deployed covertly? But look at the power of the technology to remotely control your hormone system and turn off your ability to reproduce. Wow.
Oh, but don't worry, they have secure encryption. So